Hello, hello, hello. This and thought today just been having a lot on my mind and just sitting here wondering, like, Lord, what are you doing? What should I be doing? I mean, you get to that place where you find yourself seeking God more and more, and you think things are going one way, you think things are coming together, and then you think you have it all figured out, and then you find yourself almost back to square one where you really don't understand what's going on. Um, you can't really see what God is doing, or you see what He is doing. You see the end of the road, but you're still trying to figure out how you're going to get there. And you're looking to the left, you're looking to the right. You think you have all these ideas, like maybe I should do this, maybe I should that. But in those moments, you have got to learn to sit still and just seek the Father. Quiet your mind, still your mind, come off of social media, stop listening to so many different voices, because those voices will bring confusion. And it's not always intentional, but when you have too much voices, too many opinions, too many ideas clouding your mind, you can't hear or see what God is doing. So you have to get to that quiet place and just, go back, always go back to God and just ask Him to confirm what it is that you should be doing, what it is that He is showing you. And everyone won't always understand what God is doing in your life. And a lot of times, honestly, you won't even understand what God is doing, but it is your job to just trust Him. To just trust Him. What is it that He told you to do the last time? And have you done that thing? And if you already done it, then you ask God to show you what is next. What is the next instruction? And that's where I am. That's exactly the place I am in. Y'all know from the beginning of this journey, God has needed me to trust Him. He told me to trust Him. He told me to be obedient. And He told me to rest. And I feel like I've done everything that I needed to do. I feel like I've done everything that He has asked me to do. And I'm just, sitting here twiddling my thumbs. I was like, okay, God, what is next for me? What is next? What should I be doing? And I feel like I'm not doing enough. But stop thinking like that. And I have to get that out of my head. Like, you are exactly where you need to be. You are doing exactly what it is that you should be doing. And in the event that you have strayed away, in the event that you have missed God's instruction, you have missed His direction, you have to trust that He is going to bring it back to you. And I've done that. I've had to go back to Him and say, okay, God, did I miss it? Is there something that I should be doing? Have I done the last thing? Have I completed the last task that you told me to do? And so I'm just going to trust that He's going to answer, because in my mind, I feel like I should be doing something else. In my mind, I feel like I should be doing more. And God is just like, still trust me. And even sometimes I don't even hear what He's saying. But when I find that I'm not hearing anything from Him, that's when I know I need to sit still. And I need to get to that place where I am sitting still and listening to His voice every single day. And this is why it's important to take your mind off of, or take your eyes off of what everyone else is doing. Stop focusing on what others are doing and just be consistent in what God told you to do. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Get into that place where you're reflecting on yourself daily, and you're tuning into God, to His voice. You're reading His word, and then you're sitting still. You're going into His presence every single day. You're praising Him, you're worshiping Him, you're thanking Him for who He is, you're thanking Him for what He's done, you're thanking Him for what He is going to do, you're thanking Him that it is already done. And I find myself, praising Him even the more, because when I lean on to my own understanding, and when I look at everything that's going on, I'm just like, Lord, I shouldn't be in this place. I should be further along. I should be doing something else. I should be where you told me to be. And I have to wait until He releases me I see that I am embarking on my next season, but it's just a matter of when. And I'm getting anxious because I'm just like, okay, Lord, what should I be doing? How do I get to that next season? And waiting for instruction after instruction, waiting on direction. I'm just like, I see the signs, that it's going to happen, and I just don't know when. And so I find myself trying to put my hands on it, and God is like, no, I got this. Just trust me. And I don't know why. I'm so hard headed. I don't know why it is so hard for me to just sit still, but it's because I've always been moving. I've always doing something. So for me to just be sitting here resting, I like resting, but it's kind of an uncomfortable rest. But I need to be obedient in this rest. I need to rest well. I need to wait well, and I have to wait on him. I have to wait on his next instruction, and just trust that he is going to, if I veered off course, he's going to course correct me. He's going to bring me back into his will. And even still, I'm still finding myself letting go of my will, or I'm still trying to do things in my own way, trying to figure it out. But then I have to remember he has it under control, so I have to release what's in my hands. I have to take my hands off of it, and I have to trust that everything is under his control. Everything is happening in his time, and everything is going to be done in his way. I don't have to figure it out because he has already figured it out. And if I sit with him long enough, he is going to lead me. He's going to guide me. He is going to get me to that place. So I'm encouraging you to just take your hands off of it. Stop trying to figure it out. Stop listening to the voices around you. When it comes to social media, learn to withdraw from social media so you're not constantly looking at what everyone else is doing and thinking that you should be doing the same thing, because your life is your life. The vision God gave you is for you, and we are always in a different season. So be encouraged and trust that God has his hands on you, and he will never take his hands off of you. We often remove his hand. We walk away from him because we feel like he's not doing enough. We feel like he may not be doing anything, or he may not be in fast enough, and he'll be right there waiting. So don't delay your process. Tune in to God's voice. Ask him to speak to you, to confirm what it is that you should be doing, and trust that he'll connect you with the right people. Trust that the job is going to come if that's his will for your life. Just whatever it is, take your hands off of it and trust that God is going to do that thing for you, and cancel those negative voices in your ear. Cancel those negative thoughts that are in your head. Cancel every false prophetic word that has been released over your life. Cancel every negative word and every negative covenant that you spoke over yourself and that you entered into knowingly and unknowingly. And ask Father, repent and ask God to welcome him back in, and tell him to take full control. Tell him to put himself in your place, and tell him that you surrender it all, and you are agreeing to allow him to have his way. So be blessed, be encouraged, and just trust that the same God who created you, the same God who breathed life into you, the same God who has promised to give you a future, a hope, that same God who did it before is the same God who's going to do it again. You can trust him. You can trust him. You can trust him. So be blessed and have a good day.